Phi Delta Theta fraternity at Oregon State had a member last year who was diagnosed with leukemia and needed a bone marrow transplant. His brother, Matt Fettig, is now president and founder of Be the Match at Oregon State. We caught up with him to see the organization's success and its role on campus.
Last year, the Fight for Matt was created when my brother was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia last year. My brother's name is Matt, so we decided to start the Fight for Matt to support him and raise money for his medical bills. Through this, I got a lot of recognition from Be the Match, and Matt actually was saved by a bone marrow transplant through Be the Match. So the evolution from Fight for Matt turned over to the Fight for All, and we wanted to make sure that we were including more than just Matt and other people that have survived cancer and are battling it. The Fight for All became a segment of the Be the Match Oregon State chapter here. And Be the Match Oregon State runs bone marrow drives for people to register and save lives through bone marrow transplant and stem cell transplant. And the Fight for All is a segment of the chapter that runs events that raises money to process and run the bone marrow drives.
How does Oregon State play a contributing role into Be the Match?
Well, Oregon State is currently a Be the Match on campus chapter. So that's an official club, an organization on this campus. And the mission for the club is to bring about awareness and education on this campus, and also do bone marrow registration, which will save lives.
How the process of registering is, you'll go to the booth and they will ask you for some basic information, and then most of the time will be swabbing your cheeks. That should take about 5 minutes, and then they will send it to a database in Minneapolis, and it'll be processed to see if you were a match with any cancer patients, blood cancer patients, and see if you could save their life. Last year, we had 103 people registered at Oregon State. That's relatively small around the country. Most chapters have possibly 1,000, a couple hundred. The largest have thousands. And we actually had 13 people matched out of our 103. Comparatively, at another chapter, they had 5,000 people registered and only had 5 people matched. So they consider the Northwest more of a hotspot because it is less than 1% chance you're going to be chosen. And 13 out of 103, it's around 13% of our bone marrow drive. So they want to start doing more bone marrow drives in the Northwest and hopefully save more lives.
So we've heard that the Pacific Northwest is a major hotspot for these bone marrow drives and everything. What do you think about that?
I think it's really great. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I think that one of the reasons is that there has been a lot of patients in the area who have stepped up and want to get involved once they find out that, they're in need, or that maybe they found a match and they want to give back, they want to pay back. And I think a lot of that has to do with just the sense of community that is in this area. People really want to help each other, they know each other, and they want to do what they can to, help.
Around the Greek community, I believe that Fight for All and the Be the Match Oregon State has more banded Greek community. For our chapter, we have members from all the Greek houses all around, as well as a lot of people from around Oregon State. So I think, and hopefully Be the Match Oregon State and Fight for All in the future furthers our community and brings us together for a great cause. My main goal as the president of Be the Match Oregon State is to spread the awareness of Be the Match and spread the popularity and make sure people know when bone marrow drives are. We actually recently just added 10 social media accounts under Be the Match Oregon State. Our main goal is just for everyone to know it is a really good cause. It's not hard to sell to people. You can literally save a life if you just take 15 minutes to register for the bone marrow drive.
With Matt Fettig's help, Oregon State has been a huge contributor to Be the Match. We found that with only a 15-minute registration, you could potentially save a life or be the match. This has been Madeline Lee and Stephanie Paul with KBVR News.